Well, here we are at the house, so let's go inside and see what's happening.
Remember February? It seems like ages ago. Well, as long as we're all sitting tight and staying safe, here's a reminder of what my design life used to be like, back when we could all leave our homes. For those of you who just Googled guinea pigs on a construction site and ended up here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And for the rest of you, you've already met my husband, Alex, the guinea pig wrangler.
Well, what do we have here?
Rascal?
That's Harriet.
That's Harriet, and that's Rascal. Sorry guys.
Just to put this in perspective, I want this to be a quick reno. I want to do this project in 50 days.
Hey guys, you mind if I take the ball and whip?
Meanwhile, my husband and my contractor are playing with my daughter's pets.
It's amazing the things that happen on site when Sarah's not here, right?
We needed some company, and these two furry guys seem to like it here. We'll take it. I think they've been around pretty much every project since their existence.
You guys are killing me.
So what have they been helping with here?
Showers. They like the showers. Well, we have the shower pan in and tile.
What do you piglets think? Is everything good in here? If they're approving of that shower floor, who needs Sarah when you've got two cute guinea pigs to approve everything?
He is so busted.
They also like the tub.
Oh, the tub's in, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, some major progress being made here.
So what else is done? Oh, we got some flooring in.
Oh, look at that. That's
and
nice.
Slot wall. I don't think that was up last time. We were talking about that.
It looks really good.
I agree.
Floor looks great in here too, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's really coming along. How's this bathroom?
Well, same thing. Shower floor is in. We're thinking we might upgrade the toilet.
That lid is pretty classic, I must say.
Tile floor in.
Wow, this bathroom looks amazing.
Thank you.
Everything is moving along, and the guys even replaced the old back door that had been leaking into the basement. 50 days, here we come.
I'm predicting just a little bit of TV drama coming up.
Trouble.
Slabs for an ensuite shower. Little narrow.
The stone is cut about an inch and a quarter smaller than what it should have been. But we want Sarah to be here so she can make that decision
We have a way to
Tweak it.
make it work,
Yeah.
but we need the boss's
approval.
So, we're missing kind of the key person here before we start any of this, right?
Yes.
So, what do you think we should do?
We'll have to wait.
I think we should break for lunch.
All right, lunchtime it is. Yes!
What's that saying? When life gives you lemons, make sandwiches?
Look at that, pulled pork.
It's so good.
So good.
Judging by the number of trucks here, there's a lot happening inside. But here's something I want to address. A number of you have asked me the question, Sarah, what are you doing about the outside? It seems many of you are not really big fans of the color of our exterior brick. Chris, what do you think of the color of our brick?
I don't actually like it, but what was your thought on the brick? Painting it, maybe?
I have ways. I have solutions.
I know you do.
Maybe before I knew you, a long, long time ago. It's like way back in 2008, I used a company called Naka. And what they do is they stain brick. So we don't have to paint it. We can use a special product, a very special product that would allow us to turn all of this multicolored reddy brown brick to a dark charcoal.
Really?
Does that sound better?
Sounds like I have a house that could also use that.
Oh, you want me to see if we can get a twofer?
Yeah, there's nothing like a twofer.
Okay. What's happening inside, Chris?
Lots going on. There's some stone.
There's some stone. That's our principal bathroom.
Yeah.
What, you don't like it?
No, I didn't even look at it actually.
saying, yeah, but you have issues?
We have issues in the bathroom.
I don't want to hear about your issues. What kind of issues do you have?
Somebody measured wrong.
That somebody wasn't me.
I know, it wasn't me either.
All right, let's not have any bus throwing people. Come on.
No, I don't like wasn't me days. What's wrong?
It's like an inch too narrow.
Oh, well, maybe we can work around it.
Well,
Let's go make some lemonade. Look at this floor. This is the pattern that we all voted on. Come, I want you to see whether you voted the way I voted. I went for the diagonal pattern, but 67% of you wanted to mix it up. Okay, kitchen's looking good. This is looking really good, huh? Way less pine. Uh-huh. Ooh. My gosh. Primer. Primer's so good. This is gonna be super fun. Hi. How are ya?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Great. I hear you guys have a problem.
Yeah.
We've got a slab that's been cut to 38.5 inches, and we need 39.5 inches. Who's your most flexible client in the whole wide world that you've ever met?
You.
Right. So it's here, you're here, I'm here.
Yeah.
Is 1 inch really gonna make a massive difference? No.
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 This piece we're gonna have to pull it off the wall.
Yeah, I understand.
So it covers
So we're gonna
this.
need a little
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Good.
You've driven all this way, it's all cut.
Yeah.
Let's just go with it.
Go with it.
Make it work.
Okay.
That's the plan for you, my friends. Make it work. We're trying to do this affordably, and making mistakes is not
Okay.
whatever.
It's not in the budget.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make, let's be clear. Nobody here made the mistake.
No.
So
We're here to fix the mistake.
We're gonna fix it.
we're gonna
gonna
work
make it
around
work.
it. So here's the thing. Mistakes happen. And I think that on any job you have to decide when is it critical to get something redone and when can you adapt. And instead of sending these guys all the way back with slabs and having to buy another slab of stone, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. I bought this at the surplus store. So I paid very little for this slab, and I was trying to capture some cost savings. And it doesn't seem to me to be cost savings if someone else has to eat a huge expense for 1 inch. So for 1 inch, we're gonna compensate, we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna make it so you never would have noticed. Okay, that's my plan. Down in the basement, the vinyl floor is in. This looks good, huh?
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah.
Vinyl looks good.
This was easy to, it was like, it's very easy.
So it's so easy to install. I know. The color looks good. The ceiling treatment looks really good. We added some simple flat stock wood trim to the ceiling so we wouldn't have to mud and tape the drywall seams. Oh, the bar!
And without the wall color?
Without the wall color, yeah, that's an improvement with
Yeah.
less rust. Okay, I'm not excited about what it looks like right now. I'm excited about the potential of what it's going to become. This is our mantel in progress. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Except that I think that was supposed to be upstairs.
That color?
Did you maybe make the basement fireplace out of what we were using for the main floor fireplace? Oh, you did. You had enough to do both?
Good or bad?
Well, it's here, and that's good.
If you don't like it, we won't install it.
No. It's great. It'll be great. It'll be perfect. Sometimes you have a very specific design vision, and sometimes it has to be exactly what you're imagining, but sometimes you can be flexible. Today I'm feeling flexible. Oh, this was the surprise me job. You just never told me that. We had a conversation about what we were using, and then you just decided that I was on a budget and you would just send me whatever you had. Well, it doesn't not go. Oh, sure, the color will work. It's gray and white. When does gray and white not work? In both the media room and the living room, we are working with what we've got. We are literally taking existing inserts and we are recladding them. And when recladding them, we are using remnant pieces of stone. So this is a take the budget and stretch it as far as you can, which is also something like beggars not being choosers. So when trying to stretch the budget, when trying to make the best use of every dollar, when trying to make it look fantastic on a very, very cheap budget, this is what I got. And I think it looks amazing. So this is our latest dilemma. Throughout this house, we have 6-panel solid pine doors. And I thought we would replace the doors everywhere so that we would have either a single panel shaker or a solid slab, something that looked really nice. However, doors are expensive. So it's gonna cost us more than $3,000 to replace all the doors throughout the house. What would you do? Would you keep these doors and paint them? Or would you pay to replace them? Would you like to vote first, Charlotte?
I think they would look great in another house, repurposed, just not here. We got modern.
Everything else is contemporary.
And then this is grandma's door. I think
This is a country door.
Yes.
Chris, do you want to vote?
Obviously, the fastest thing is get new hinges. Keep those. Do I think they suit the house? I think they did.
I feel like this is a really long way of Chris saying replace the doors.
replace the doors, yeah.
You know, the time to do all the doors, get new doors, and
I'm gonna weigh back in with you in a second. I'm gonna come back and shoot you with that coat not on, reacting.
Okay. What's wrong with my coat, Charlotte?
Nothing's wrong with your coat, just not for this house.
That looks really sharp.
Yep, it is.
So the next thing is I have to see if the tile I got looks good. But that's so nice, just with that extra thick edge on it. What do you think of this slab? Do you like this?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Well, can you take your coat off though? Because I'd love to shoot.
Oh, it's all right. This is the coat that's the problem.
It's the problem. Sorry.
It's warm though,
I know, but it's ugly.
but it's also good for getting dirty since we're.
It's good for getting dirty, but it's not good for, yeah. Now about this countertop.
It's beautiful.
Do you like the color?
The color's cool. It's gonna be honest. It's got to grow on me a little bit, but it's very cool. And the one thing, by the way, to the viewing audience, I'd like to say is, every time I say it's got to grow on me, as soon as Sarah and I started dating, and she changed the color of something in my house, I realized I have to grow to appreciate it.
Sometimes in the early days, I would show Alex something, and it was very clear that right out of the gate, he did not like it. Then, as years passed, as decades passed, eventually we have grown to a point where if I ask him what he thinks and he doesn't love it on day one, he will now say to me, ask me in 2 weeks. And I remember the first time he said that to me, I thought, oh, I can't believe it, because I'm always so excited. I want to know, what do you think? And he needs time to process it. And now the good news is that after 2 weeks, he generally says, I love it. So here's the thing about this marble. This is called Verde Aquamarina. And this happened to be at the surplus outlet. And I paid $5 a square foot for these slabs. That's for pure natural stone. That is an unheard of price. In these days, you've seen lots of people using a material called calicut. It's beautiful, white with gray veining. Do you know that that is well over $100 a square foot now? And this was $5. So I was able to do amazing slab walls and a vanity, all for a material cost of $500 or less. Is that the green tile there?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure the color looks good.
Green tile or gray tile?
Green? That's the wrong tile.
Oh, that's the tile we have.
Nope, our tile is green.
I better check this box and see.
You having a good day? No, that's correct. This is really becoming a very interpretive design project today. And the interpretation is that I no longer have anything to do with many of the design choices. I think we need to look at a few of these gray tiles to see if we like the gray tiles we have here.
When life gives you gray tiles, make a gray tile wall.
That's sort of what I'm thinking. Because then we could use a pale gray grout on the floor. The question is, does the color look okay? It's what's here, so let's just try it.
How green were the other ones?
The other ones were basically a color match to the counter, just ever so slightly lighter. I mean, we can get them. I'm just wondering if the gray tile, whether green would be too much green.
I think the gray works. There's gray in the counter.
There's gray in the counter, and we could grout the floor in a very pale gray.
Ooh. I was about to grow this morning.
Ooh, that's a good idea, or ooh, almost
Close
too late.
call. That's a close call. Yeah, the gray grout and gray tile, I think, works.
But maybe the gray tile is good because it makes it less green,
That's a pretty close match to that right there.
right?
Yeah.
It's this whole interpretive design movement that's happening on this project. I have
Do you
very
like
little input. Do I like it? It's interesting, you know.
you like it.
The slab walls, they're not the right size. The backsplash, it's not what I ordered, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Looks like we're going with a gray backsplash.
Do you guys remember a few weeks ago we talked about how great this space would be for a pool table?
What's the footage for a pool table?
Oh, now you're thinking with your bar over there. Yep.
Well, as the newly minted Minister of Pool Tables, I ran that up to head office to see what the reaction would be, whether we could do a pool table in here. And you know what? The results came back and it's a yes.
We got approved.
So the question is, now I've got to get on Kijiji and find a cool pool table. Do you guys, what size do you think we could fit in here? Like, can you guys measure this so we can,
Absolutely.
I'm assuming at least a 4x8, but
Okay, can I just ask that we don't go overboard on the size
maybe a
of the table?
6x12 snooker table,
Go big or go home. We got 12 and a half feet.
12.5 feet. Okay, so we got
Sounds perfect for a 4x8, so we have appropriate clearance to get around it.
maybe a 4.5 by 9.
Right, Charlotte?
Yes, that is right. And you gotta have access to
Not a
your
full size.
for your perfect shot. You can't be like hitting the wall with your
No,
cue.
no, we'll make sure that it doesn't, bang into the
All right.
walls, but
But it's pretty great seeing this space now. When you see that this is the vista, I'm way back here in the mudroom right now.
yeah.
And
look
to
at that.
imagine the open concept of this space where you come in the mudroom and you've got a straight shot through to the fireplace.
Speaking of straight shot, you know what you could have? Right down the middle?
Bowling.
Bowling lane. Now that would be, and it could go under the pool table. Now that would be innovative use of space.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned. But if you want to find out what happens next, don't forget to subscribe.